Push the button. Yo! What are you doing? What are you doing on a Monday? What's up? Is there even anybody here today? I don't know. Sound off in the chat if you're here. Sound off in the chat if you're here on Monday, the 14th of August. August 14th. 2023. It's hot out today, bros. I don't know how hot it is in your neck of the woods, but it's hot out here. 90 degrees today. 90 degrees hot so far. It's going to get warmer out, I bet you. Weather today. Hourly. Yeah, this is something that I wanted to talk about. I don't know if you guys have ever noticed when your peak temperature is. Like, when are the peak temperature times in the USA map? Let's look this up. Oh, this is just giving us the temperature extremes. I'm wondering during the day. So I don't know. What do I have to look up? Hottest time of the day temperature in the U.S. A map. Let's try to find that. Peak temperature? Maybe I gotta find that. Maybe I gotta find peak temperature or something. No. Well, I'm not finding it. What time of day? Maybe I gotta look up that. What time of day is the hottest? Let's say in Florida. I think I'll probably end up having to go state by state. Sun is the hottest between noon and 4. What is the hottest time of day? 3 p.m. or noon? Okay, here we go. Answer, the hottest time is around 3 p.m. Heat continues building up after noon, when the sun is highest in the sky, as long as more heat is arriving in the earth than leaving. By 3 p.m. or so, the sun is low enough in the sky for outgoing heat to be greater than incoming. Okay. Yeah. So, if you look up where I live in Western Washington, the temperature peak is like right about 5:30, 6 o'clock instead of 3 o'clock. And I believe that has something to do with how far north we are, right? I think it has something to do with how far north we are. With how far north we are, I think that's what it is. So the weird thing is that it gets hottest here in that late afternoon, 5:30, 6 o'clock. Right in there is like our peak temperature. Because I'm looking at hours of the day today. The peak shall be at 6 p.m. right there. Then it's going to start dropping. Then it's going to drop like a stone around midnight. Back to 64 degrees. So if you want to do some wind sprints, some athletic cartwheels, if you'd like to do some leg kicks up into the air, some yoga. If you're going to do Bikram yoga, you want to do it about 5 o'clock, okay? If you want to do regular yoga, you want to do it around midnight. Keep it cool, you know what I'm saying? So if you want to do some deep stretching, you know, get those joints loose and limber, and do all of that. You want to do it during the hot time? Do it during the hot time. If you want to do it during the cold time, do it during the cold time. All right, beginning of the show. Okay, I have to remind everyone at the beginning of the show that this show is brought to the airwaves by viewers like you. Current member number is wrong. We got to fix that. 53, nay. We were at 54, then we went up to 55, then we went up to 56, then we went up to 57, but 57 was too much. 57 was too much to handle. So we went back down to 56. We're at 56 YouTube members. We need more than that, guys. We were much higher than that before. So we need to get back up there. Because the redemption arc has begun. Patron, the number is wrong also. It is now up to 86. We need to pump those numbers up, though, folks. If you're watching after the fact, go to the links or click the join button. Do that and sponsor more content here, which actually there will be a lot more content coming out, as in there was content released this morning for members and patrons. I release my early releases onto the Discord. So if you are a member, if you are a patron, you get access to our members-only Discord. You can be all up on there. You can be chatting. You could be memeing. You could be talking about your fish tanks. You could be talking about fish you just hatched, which there's a big long thread here of people hatching fish, people collecting eggs, doing all sorts of stuff, people working on their projects, people working on ponds, all sorts of stuff. Also people memeing on dumb stuff that goes on the internet. There's people dropping memes, right? Everything on there is generally PG-13, maybe a soft R, maybe a soft fuck in there, here and there, everywhere. We throw that in and out and around every once in a while, right? But we're all friends. We're all having a good time. We could throw some swears. We're adults, right? And you that are watching, hopefully you're an adult too. But we got all that stuff there, and I generally release my early stuff onto the Discord, mainly because it is much easier to just keep track of what I'm doing, right? I can keep track of like what I've released, what I have not sent out, and stuff like that. And it's much easier to do it that way. So if you want early access to stuff, things that are going on, if you want to have a direct back and forth with me, and it happens to be, say, Thursday at 7 p.m., and you're like, hey, I've got a question about this CO2 regulator that's a piece of garbage, right? You'd be like, hey, I bought this CO2 regulator. It's a piece of crap. What's wrong with it? And I'd be like, well, let's get into it, That's the place to do it. It's public enough that other people can help chime in and do all of that kind of stuff and help you with things. But it's also private enough that we don't have to constantly worry about random advertisers or people trolling or people trying to get your credit card. We don't want any of your info, okay? Nobody on Discord wants your nobody wants your info. Nozer138 has a good point here. Adult only, physically, mentally, Yeah, we all can be teenagers. It's fine. We could be mentally teenagers, but physically over the age of 18. That's very easy to do. That's a simple thing to do, right? Anyhow, drinking my coffee because coffee is freaking delicious. Speaking of coffee, the other day I had an interaction with my spouse who seems to think that like my coffee intake is like otherworldly. And I want to get we have to drop a poll. I think we'll have to drop a poll. Start a poll. Cups of coffee a day. No, we need to change that. Change this. I want to change this to a number. 2. No. 1. Okay, there we go. 2. 3. Add option. 4. Plus. All right, we throw the plus in there. Is plus a word? Who cares? Oh my God, did I spell coffee wrong? I think I did. I did. We have to edit this. End poll. Oops. It wouldn't let me edit it. Poll complete. 1 vote. All right, we're going to start it again. We're starting the poll one more time. Since we know how to do all of this part, we can do it that much faster. Add option. 3. Add option. 4. plus. Okay, there we go. Coffee a day. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. All right, we'll redo the poll. We had to redo the poll because I said spell check and it wouldn't let me do it. I clicked on the 3 dots to go edit, and it just went end poll. I guess I just can't edit it after the fact, okay? It turns out you can't edit the poll after the fact. Now, the initial poll was 100%, but, okay, so to be clear here, the first poll was 100%, 4 plus a day. Which is inaccurate, right? I have to measure my caffeine content since I consume it a few different ways: coffee, energy drinks, etc. Yeah. So, the reality, I'm going to put my vote in here. Oh, I can't vote on my own poll. Okay, well, then I won't vote on my own poll. It won't let me do it. At least you didn't spell it with a V. Very true. Very true. Must be qualified to be the president then, right? If I don't spell Corvus like a dumb donkey, right? Yeah. Oh, that's right. I can be political on my show again. Trump's a piece of crap, and I hate him. He sucks. I don't like him, and anybody that follows him at this point is probably has some kind of mental problem, I would guess. There you go. That's my opinion on that. Is Biden too old? Yes, also. But Biden actually has a staff behind him that can actually do the job. So, you know, that's my statement. That's my political statement of the day. That's my politics of today. By the way, the phone lines are open. So if anybody wants to call in on the Discord, feel free to pop into the green room, and we can chat live with our crusty mouth holes. You know what I'm talking about. If you want to call in, you can. If you don't want to, if you're feeling nervous, what am I supposed to do? If you feel nervous, I can't do anything for you. So, or maybe I can. I don't know. Actually, to be true, I don't know. Maybe I can do something for you. It's possible. I don't know. Okay. So, what inspired that poll was a conversation with Vicky the other day. That she was like, "Oh, are you just gonna put coffee in your cup with the leftover coffee from yesterday?" She's like, "Should I just put this coffee in with that coffee?" And I was like, "No, I rinsed the cup out." Like, what? I rinsed the cup out. What are you talking about? She's like, "I don't know what you do with your weird coffee stuff." And you know, it's happened a few times where she's mentioned that like I'm some kind of coffee fanatic. Now, here's the thing. I like coffee? Yes. Simon Bai says 0 is not an option in the coffee poll. True. It's not, but you could always just super chat 0 if you want to be added to the poll. I'll do the math. I'll do the math if we do it that way. But it's a good point. I probably should have added 0. But I guess, oh yeah, okay, hold on, let's clarify. This poll is only for coffee drinkers. Anyhow. So the thing is, like, I have this Yeti cup that's like, I don't know what this thing is, 16 ounces? Something like that. Oh, God, the international people are going to be mad about ounces. 16 O's to mLs, I guess. I guess you guys need mLs in your life. 473 mLs. There you go. Milliliters, okay? Microliters. 473. Does that work? Is that a nice round number for you? Anyhow. 16 ounces is about the size of this cup. And I have like 2 of these a day. Now, if your measurement is weird with how big a cup is, like maybe a cup is 6 ounces to you or something, so then technically I fall into the 4 category, right? But so yeah, maybe I do fall into the 4 category, right? The 4 plus, if I have 2 of these a day. Does that make sense? How big is a cup of coffee supposed to be? Okay. U.S. medical cup of coffee size. Let's just go like with that. In the U.S., a standard cup of coffee is about 6 ounces instead of 8 ounces. That's because medical professionals decided that 6 ounces create a perfect serving size. In most automatic coffee makers, 6 ounces also equals 1 cup. Okay, there we go. So yeah, I must be in the 4 cups then. So maybe I am weird. Maybe I am like a coffee fanatic. Maybe I am a coffee fanatic because maybe that puts me into the 4+ zone. Mainly just because the size of the cups is weird. Oh my God, is that Derek?
8.45 ounces is the standard coffee cup size.
Sweet Jesus, I've got you turned up super loud. Just keep talking normal. I'll fix it.
I'll fix it on my end. Last time you turned me up because I was in the car looking for fish stores.
well, that's the thing. People call in on different devices. They're like, I'm on my Bluetooth at the train. Yeah. And you're like, what? What are you doing? Which is fine. So wait. So you had a specific measurement there. What were you going with?
It's like 8.5 ounces is a standard cup.
Well, the U.S. Medical Board of Dingleberries say it's 6 ounces.
Really?
Yeah, that's what they're going off of. Wait, hold on. U.S. Medical, how many cups of coffee a day? Because we know now that they're saying 6 ounces. Because they might say a moderate amount of coffee is generally defined as 3 to 5 cups a day, or on average 400 milligrams of caffeine, according to the dietary guidelines for Americans. Oh, so I'm right in there.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
I'm so like, if I even told my doctor how much coffee I had, they would be like, yeah, that's good. We don't care.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's why I go off of caffeine, because that's the other thing that complicates it even more is like, if you're having just like percolated coffee, that's a certain content, but if you're doing cold brew, it's more.
Well, percolated has more caffeine than espresso. I found this out recently. Did you know that?
Yes. Yep.
Like brewed coffee has more caffeine in it. I always thought like, oh, espresso shots, it's concentrated. It's got to be like whiskey, right? It's like beer versus whiskey. Well, the whiskey's concentrated, so it's got to be the same thing. Apparently not. Apparently there's more caffeine in just a coffee pot, brewed coffee.
Yeah, I think I worked for a coffee espresso place distributor for a couple months, and I'm pretty sure like a 1 ounce shot of espresso is like 60 milligrams, and people usually do 1 or 2 shots, and that's roughly like a cup and a half of coffee, regular percolated coffee, depending on what you're drinking. But cold brew is the best like bang for buck or like caffeine content anyway, at least in my experience.
Well, that was my understanding. My understanding was if you got cold brewed coffee from the white coffee, isn't that right?
Yep.
Then that's like the most caffeine. That'll get you going.
Yep.
But the super secret energy serum that most people don't realize. Do you know what it is?
No.
Okay, prepare yourself. Hold on to your pants. They're about to get blown right off because you're going to be so mad. The next time that you're like working a super long shift or something like that, and you're like, okay, we've got to just get to the end here. I got to just make it to the end, and then I'm going to go home, and I'm going to figure out my life once I go home, right? Make a big, tall glass of chocolate milk.
What?
I'm not kidding you. It is. The power move is a big glass of chocolate milk because, and we figured it out. We actually had like a dietitian person that worked at this restaurant when we had figured this out. It's got fat. It's got carbohydrates. It's got liquid in it, right? Like all these things are all good for getting your energy going, right? And sustaining it. And then you throw the chocolate syrup in there. It's got a ton of carbohydrates, caffeine, and sugar, right? And so you throw all that together. It's like a serum of madness. Now,
so it's apparently a 3-to-1 ratio to or carbohydrate to protein ratio, so it's the
with
perfect
fat.
ratio.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah. And so, which is funny because anybody that's out here that has been a parent at any given point in
Right.
time in their life, you go out to a restaurant or something and some jerk off waiter is like, you can have chocolate milk to your like little child. And now your child knows they have chocolate milk. They said I could have chocolate milk, and it's going to be a total meltdown at a restaurant. So you're just like, okay, I guess you're having chocolate milk with dinner, sweet baby Jesus. I better hold on to our aprons here because this is going to be buck wild. Like this is, because that kid's going to be bouncing off the wall till like midnight.
Serving your child jet fuel.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. But
that's amazing.
If you are going to the park, for instance, if you're going to the park for like a picnic for a couple hours, oh man, give all the kids chocolate milk. They'll run their asses off until basically they would sleep in a stable if you said, hey, here's some hay. Go lay down over here. They would just crash.
I have never heard of this, but this is really interesting.
It's very interesting. And I thought it was like, there's no way that this could make any sense. But year after year, man, me and this guy Colin I used to work with, he was like a little hobbit. He was like this little hobbit guy. We would, around like 4 a.m., we both would like slam a chocolate milk because we had like 2 hours to go.
Mm.
And it's like he'd be running around, get through the last 2 hours, and then get everything cleaned up and get out of there.
Oh man! So it should be like, for me at least, like the 2 p.m. lull.
Mm-hmm.
Just chug a glass of chocolate milk.
Try a chocolate milk, see how it goes. You might make it to the end of the day. You might.
That's
I don't
amazing.
know. Although some lactose intolerant person out there is going to do that, and then they're going to be like, I had diarrhea. And like, well, I mean, if you have bad enough diarrhea, you could probably go home, right?
That's what Lactaid's for.
Yeah, true.
Those dairy supplement enzymes and things that we no longer produce as adults.
Yeah. I think I still produce it. I don't have a problem digesting milk. But I don't have a problem with bread either, so who knows?
Yeah.
Have you had the root beer milk? Okay, somebody gestured at the root beer milk once, and I basically put a curse on them. I cast them to hell. I just didn't. I was like, you can't. Don't do that. Strawberry milk is bad enough, but root beer milk, if there was a God, that'd be blasphemy, I think.
I like strawberries in strawberry form, not in milk.
Hey, Derek, we got to give a shout out real quick. We got to give a shout out to Mikey for coming in to drop a $10 super chat on this weekend. That's one of the main reasons for the title of the stream today, the Redemption Arc. This is a moment in my life that you guys are going to share with me, and no one's really going to care. No one is really going to care, but Mikey Fishy with a $10 super chat, standing with you, celebratory water valve fund. That is right. Okay? I single-handedly, I completely, if Big Dick Energy was a thing, I did that this weekend with a tractor, and I found the water valve, right? I just said, screw it. I'm digging into the earth. I'm going to dig up the earth until I find the cursed water valve that we haven't been able to find for upwards of 5 years now. And I do know that it's upwards of 5 years now because Olivia was not a human being one of the times we looked for the water valve. Like,
the photo sequence was incredible.
Yeah, I'm just telling you, like, for so many years. So Vicky and I have been going down to that property in the shadow of Mount Rainier. We've been going down to that property since the first real date that Vicky and I went on. We went and camped on that property. We went out there. We had a bonfire. We had some food. We slept in a tent. We didn't fool around or anything. It was just like a regular little camp out. That was like one of our first dates, our first like real date, hanging out. We've been going there, camping, hanging out, going down, burning couches, burning old art like paintings that I've made over the years, doing all sorts of goofy stuff, shooting guns, just the usual, right? There's been a fable this whole entire time that there is a water shutoff valve on that property. It's already installed. All we have to do is find it. We can tap into it and we'll have water on the property. And it's fresh drinking water from a well that's tested every year. It's good to go. All we got to do is find it. And the brush grows over it every year, even more and more and more. And Vicky and I have cleared a bunch of times. We've dug all these like test holes. Like, it's got to be here. We had a metal detector out there to try and find it. Oh, I'm getting a ping. And then I'd dig up and I'd find an old beer can from like the 70s. It's like Bush Light or something, whatever. Find an old beer can, like, God damn it. Throw the beer can over there. Like, great. Find another, there's metal here, over here. Like, pull something up, old bottle caps. Like, who put bottle caps here? That kind of stuff. But needless to say, the trial has been long. It is, oh my God, we've brought in other people. We finally got a hold of a company that does ground sensing radar, right? Like the big machine.
Yep, the one that you drag across the ground type of deal.
Yeah, it's not like wave it around with your arm and you wear some headphones. No, this is the one that you like. It's got 4 wheels. It's got to go off-road. We finally got a hold of that guy. And he came out and he looked and he was like, okay, you guys did a good job of clearing, but it's not flat enough. Okay. Can you level out all the bumps and stuff? Because anytime you kind of go over bumps with the radar, it sort of gets a weird reading, right?
Yeah. It's like skewing your reading.
And basically he was correct, but he was like the root beer milk person, right? I was just like, a curse on your family, a pox on your toes. Like, you gotta screw that guy. He's mad about bumps. He's got the big thing. Just go out there and fire it up, right? Just go out there and fire it up and find the damn valve. I'm so frustrated by having looked for it for so long, right? And then last weekend we broke the tractor. I straight up broke the bucket off the tractor. Don't worry, guys. I made a video about it. At the very least, the Discord people are going to get to see the broken tractor video. But I broke the tractor. Cousin Nick, we did a whole welding repair. We repaired the whole thing this last weekend. I put the new bucket on, single-handedly. Put the bucket on, got everything going, did all the repairs. Tractor's going. And the guy wants me to flatten it out. And I was like, you know what? I got to stress test this tractor, so I might as well just keep stripping ground, right? Like, I'm just going to keep stripping ground, and eventually I'm either going to break something or I'm going to find it. I feel like that's the two options. One of two things is going to happen. I'm going to break the valve by digging it up out of the ground, and water is going to come rocketing out of the ground, and I'll know I found it. Or option B, I'm just going to find it. Secret option C, I break the tractor again, but that didn't happen. So option B did happen. I did, in fact, scoop in just the right spot. I scraped about 3 inches of the top of the cover right off and snapped that whole thing into little bits. But the valve, it stayed perfectly unhampered, unhindered. It still is there. So it was a glorious moment. People on Discord, and I think I posted up on Facebook too. So people on Discord, people on Facebook kind of reveled in the moment. I didn't, there was no one I could really reach out to that would be as excited, because I reached out to Victoria, my spouse, who should have been excited, but she was in the physical therapist's office for her back from cancer, blah, blah, all that crap. She's like, I can't be excited right now. I'm in the Meanwhile, I'm like doing high leg kicks and spinning around in circles, trying to do a pirouette. 43-year-old man out here in the, the horses across the way were looking at me like, what's this idiot doing? But needless to say, So I was like, well, I gotta post this to somebody. Somebody's got to be excited. I've been complaining about this water valve for years now, so somebody has to commiserate with it. But obviously, Mikey was paying attention, and still remembers today. It's a glorious moment. I got to tell you, I don't know. It's a big deal. It's a big deal.
Well, I mean, I've had to search for things like that, not specifically a water valve, but just like, people lose their keys and like brush, and it is a nightmare. And I can't imagine trying to find something that otherwise you would have had to put a ton of work into actually like more or less recreating.
Well, the big issue is that it was under a lot of brush. Sure, I could take down the brush. We could deal with that. We've done that before. But it was under like 35 years of 35, 40 years. No one's really sure what year they put it in. 84 or something like that. So it's almost 40 years, right?
Yep.
But slowly but surely, the land has been going over the cover, right?
Right.
So every year, a little bit of topsoil and a little bit of this gets added to it. And eventually the brush just grows right over the top of that. So it just looks like any kind of ground, right?
Yeah.
And here's the really fucked up part is that like you could be digging like a foot to the left or the right of it.
You'd never see it.
You'd never see it and just be like, well, it's not here. I guess I'll go 10 feet that way, and try again, But yeah, needless to say, there was about 8 inches of stuff on top of it. Dirt, roots, whatever, was on top of it. But I found it, so it's just, it's a happy moment. I got to tell you, it's just fills my heart with joy to know that I'll be able to just squirt water wherever I want, all over the property over there. Although the next big trial will be trenching all the way across the property, and laying pipe, like a champ, into the ground. Turns out I need 517 feet of pipe. To get where I need it to be.
What's the diameter of it? Like
it's just a 1 inch. So luckily,
so nothing like crazy.
Well, yeah, once you get into the 1.25, 1.5, stuff like that, it's like, oh Jesus, this is a crazy amount. But the main line that feeds that 1 inch is a 2 inch, and the pressure coming out of there is buck wild is probably the way to put it. I think if I put a meter on it, it's probably 110 pounds, I would guess, because one of the neighbors has that hooked up, and a 3/4 inch, a 3/4 inch spigot hooked up to a hose, and if you open it up all the way, it shoots like 50 feet in the air, just straight out of the hose. We're definitely going to need to regulate that down for sure.
Reduce that flow a little bit.
Yeah, it's a bit much. But the upside of that is that that 1 inch line will definitely provide all of the water that we need on the property. Even if we have the gardens and all that stuff going, it'll be totally fine. So the only downside is that we're not going to be able to use it as a supply for the potential pond that we're going to put in. But upside here is that if I dig the pond where I'm going to put it, water collects there over the winter. And right now, where that pond is, so there's a small pond there now. It dries up by the end of the summer, and mainly just because it's not carrying enough water volume to not evaporate / it sort of perks off, on the land there and spreads out. So I'm going to dig down and put a liner in and then see how well that works.
Yeah.
But then, of course, people are pissed because they're like, we got mosquitoes. And I'll be like, it's got fish in it. What do you, they're being eaten. Don't worry. Because I figure if I can get enough tilapia in a pond down there, there's no way a mosquito larva is going to survive. And then I just need to make the sides of it steep enough so that raccoons and coyotes just fall in and can't get out. Right?
The trap.
Well, needless to say, actually, in that area, I don't know why I keep saying "needless to say" today. That's very weird. It's very weird of me, and I apologize. But the people in the area there, if you have a dead coyote, people will give you money for it.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
oh, thanks.
yeah.
Oh, thanks. Here's $10.
I grew up in a similar area. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or not. Well, a similar, not area, but kind of. I think when you were talking about like the temperature stuff, I'm pretty much like straight across the United States from kind of where you're at, so it makes sense.
Yeah. You're up north.
Yep.
These damn Yankees.
Yep.
These damn libcucks, right? Right.
I grew up in a very red area, but I've moved to a less red area. So, but I definitely grew up doing all those sorts of things.
Yeah, I had a cow across the street from me when I was a little kid. But I grew up at very much it's like a 50-50 area where I grew up.
Yeah.
It's definitely a purple area. I didn't grow up in a red or a blue area. It's pretty purple, sort of house to house. Like, hey, what are you guys all about? Yeah.
Yep. All right, I think my now 1-year-old, as of Saturday, just got
my
home.
God.
So I'm gonna go hang out with him, I think.
You're gonna go get brutalized by a small child.
Yeah, he is just a missile of energy now, constantly.
So. Oh, they're doing the creeping and the crawling.
Yep, he's probably gonna start walking this weekend. So.
Oh, you think this weekend's the weekend?
Yeah, he's making like strides from like one ottoman to another without being assisted, and he can stand up on his own. So I'm sure probably by this weekend he will be fully bipedal.
Getting there for sure.
Yep.
Do you only have one kid?
Yeah, only one. Yep.
Only one. All right.
Just
well,
one. Probably no more.
Probably not. One's enough.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. We'll have fun. Thanks for calling in. We'll talk to you later.
I'll talk to you later. See ya.
Bye-bye. I keep thinking of Bonsoir. Bonsoir says, what were you saying? You got a dreaded snail tank? Is that what was going on? Oh, shucks. I got a tank full of them damn snails. Which ones? I appreciate snails, depending on the type of snail, but I even appreciate pond snails now. Because they became a food source for a long time for puffers, right? So I don't think the snails bother me as much as they used to. I think I would just scoop them out and put them into another tank. You can make snail traps. You can lower your feeding. There's lots of things you can do to get rid of them if that was your plan. Alyssa's 2 youngest nephews turned 1 within the last couple weeks. Oh. Uh-oh, Aubrey. Aubrey, are you a fan of the root beer milk? Is that what's going on? I got to find out if Aubrey's a big fan. Keep thinking I should just not feed the tank for a week and see if the chain loaches get fat off Malaysian trumpet snails. I would try that. Like if your dwarf chain loaches, like if they aren't eating snails as much as you're expecting them to, generally speaking, it's probably because they are eating the food that you're feeding them. So, yeah, if you restrict feeding, will have a tendency to start looking for other food sources. Glenn Robinson says a cup is approximately 250 milliliters. Yeah. Can I get a fresh pot? I would get a fresh pot if I could. Actually, I probably have to go fill up my cup. I'm almost dry on my coffee. Oh, Aubrey likes it. Aubrey likes the root beer milk. He says it's not bad. You know what? I haven't tried it, so it would be hard for me to knock it because I haven't tried it. My guess, knowing my proclivities for flavored things, I probably would not be a fan, personally. All right, let's check out the results of our poll. Looks like we're kind of tied at 2 cups and 4+ cups. Did I vote? Oh, maybe it says I only had 2. Oh, I guess I can't change. Guess I can't change my vote. I don't know. All right. Puffy the Ram's Horn Slayer, the Shoda Denai Puffer prefers ram's horns over all other snail snacks. It's true. Puffy really does like ram's horns a lot more than the pond snails and stuff. I don't know why that is. I would assume that they probably taste better. All right. Well, I'm going to be right back. I'm going to go fill up my coffee. And I forgot my ice water. So, BRB. BRB. Put in your questions. I'll be right back. I forgot my coffee. It's always good. That. Is all right. Well, that might be our caller for the week. Is Derek? All right. We don't have any other callers. Okay. The poll was rigged. Was it rigged? I mean, it's still going. I haven't ended the poll yet. So we'll let it hang. I mean, we'll see. We'll see if we get more votes over time. We have avocado puffers at work, and they also love ram's horn snails and jumbo bloodworms, but not the regular bloodworms. Yeah, I could never get Puffy to eat bloodworms. I don't know. Every once in a while, I'll see a video from Oliver Knott, and he's feeding bloodworms to Shoda Denai puffers, and I just don't know how they've managed to pull that off. I'm interested. If anybody knows the tricks, let me know. Because it doesn't really explain on those videos how he managed to pull that off. Let's check in on this. Oh, where'd my chat go? Would frozen shrimp work for the puffer to keep its beak from getting too long, since MTS is a bad idea? Generally speaking, I would think so. But if I 100% say, yes, that's definitely going to work, invariably somebody at some point in time, it won't work for them. As long as your pufferfish is chomping on something with substance, some kind of shell, a snail shell, a shrimp shell. Once they get big, if they are the type to get big enough, a clam shell, anything like that, it'll invariably wear them down, just like it'll wear down your teeth. If you just ground your teeth every night into your other teeth, for instance, they will grind down. Same principle there with the fish. So if they're utilizing their teeth, it'll shrink their beak down and keep it from overgrowing, so you don't have to trim it. But when you're a puffer owner, you should probably start to familiarize yourself with the process of trimming them. It's pretty easy to accidentally do too much clove oil in the water, but you basically can anesthetize them. Is that right? Anesthetize them. Put them under anesthesia and do the clipping, get them back woken up from anesthesia, and send them back in. You can do it manually also. And if you own a puffer, I would recommend at least familiarizing yourself with the products, the process, and if you ever do get to that point, you're kind of ready to go, as opposed to, then doing a search later on. I think it's a much better way to go about it, like just being familiarized with the process and having the stuff on hand. I have a bit of a cough because I've been breathing in so much freaking dust lately. It's getting to me. And I had a bit of a cold last week. It was weird. I had a bit of a cold. I thought I was going to die for a day, and then it went away. It basically went away right after that. And I've had this lingering phlegm. But the phlegm is especially from all the pollen and dust and crap in the air that I've been dealing with lately, especially with like clearing land and stuff. That's enough. Fish Fam Link says, show some love and support by giving a thumbs up. That is free. Show some love and support by super chatting and becoming a YouTube member today, because then you can get into our Discord and you could call in next week and you could tell me I'm a big dummy or whatever. Oh, that is a dancing emoji. That is a dancing emoji that I'm going to have to... I'm going to have to... what am I got? Where's... I'll give it a winky. There we go. Replying to memes, you know what I mean? We got to reply to the memes. It's always important to meme while you stream and reply to the memes while you stream. All right, we're about an hour in, and everybody be chilling. Everybody be chilling today, so let's, I guess we're going to, if we don't have any more callers or anybody over the next 5 minutes, we will move on to a game of Risk, and then however long that goes, that'll be the end of the stream. Let's do that. Okay. Before we do make that decision, update on my fish room. The update on my fish room is quite positive, my guy. It's quite positive. We got the new door in. The door has been replaced. The new door is done. The drywall is up. The mud is on. And the sanding has been sanded, and the mud layer 2 electric boogaloo is going on. As not as we speak, but that's where it's at right now. Lights go in probably tonight, and then once the lights are in there, it's going to be paint and finishes and stuff like that, and we're going to start moving stuff fairly soon. So my fish room is coming along quite well, and it'll be done fairly soon. But I hope you guys are excited for it. I hope to be streaming from there, probably not next week, but I'm thinking the Monday following that, on the 28th of August. I'll probably be streaming from there because I still have to network some more internet out there. That's gonna be the kind of hanging thing. So I have to get the network from in here up through the roof, farther down through the roof, and then up through the walls and all that stuff. So, but we will get to that hurdle when we get to that hurdle. When does the next video drop? I don't know. I have a couple edited. Actually released a short video today to members and patrons that are on the Discord. I dropped it in there. I don't know. I think, let's see how many people watched it so far. Let's take a look. We'll take a look at the analytics. Let's see. We'll open this up. And where are the analytics of this video? Here we go. Views, 0. It's had 0 views as far as the analytics are concerned. Probably because I dropped it last 48 hours. Here we go. 15 views. It's had 15 views so far. So those people have seen that. And amongst some other unlisted videos that are on there, but we'll get some more stuff fairly soon. The next fish room update will be once the lights and the switches are in, which is actually fairly soon, because I have to film that, and it has to be completed. Last week I uploaded insulate above the garage door. I know some people were asking me a while ago about how important it is to insulate above areas like that, and I was like, I don't know how to explain this in words, so I made a short video. That short video went up. Stories? No. Posts? No. Videos? The analytics are kind of ridiculous now. Yeah, so I uploaded that one last week, but more videos are definitely going to be coming in fairly soon, and I would highly recommend people to support the channel if that's what you want, because now's your time to do it sooner than later. Mark Balkwell says, peace, 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 hang loose. All right, you got it. I will do that. Guppy Girl asks, Corvus, do you go to fish stores for fun? Yeah, I definitely do, to a degree. Most of the fish stores in the area, I've been to. So I don't know, how much fun that is. Realistically, I would love to be working on documenting fish stores just all around, to just work on the encyclopedia of fish stores, right? I would be doing that. I would like to be doing that. That obviously costs money to travel around and do all that crap. But I think I am most likely going to shoot a couple of stores fairly soon. I'm not sure. I have to get approval ahead of time, and seems positive so far, but we'll find out. My show to I was already eating bloodworms when I got it from Dan's Fish. Oh, well, that's cool. I wonder if he is the man. I wonder if he knows the secret, or if he just gets his from Europe and they already eat them. Yeah, for the Guppy Girl, I do like going to nice fish stores. I definitely like going to fish stores if they have some nice stuff going on. It's hard for me to go to PetSmart and Petco and places like that where you're just like, yeah, I don't know, man. It's basically like a puppy mill for not only for puppies, but cats and lizards and snakes and all that kind of stuff. So I don't find those to be super fun, but there does happen to be a Petco or a PetSmart, I can't remember which one it is, north of where I live, that actually does have a really pretty extensive setup there. And my understanding behind that is that they have a grading system of whether or not the store can handle certain setups and fish and stuff. And that my understanding is that store has been maintaining for so well that's why they have so much nice fish and stuff there. So, and the off chance I get a wild hair at my butt, I'll go up there and film it. So I'll give you guys kind of an idea of what it could be like. Could it, because it is a chain store, so it's the chain stores could be like this. Because it literally is. But man, does it like ram's horns. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Shota and I love eating ram's horn snails. I know that for sure. They love them. They love to eat those. Those are their snacks. You know what I'm saying? All right. Yeah. So we got the update. We got all that. All right. Nobody said no Risk. So we're going to play a game of Risk. And if you guys have questions about fish or anything, feel free to throw that in the old chatteroony, and I'll read it with my eyeballs, and I'll talk about it with my mouth hole. I'm going to move my stream over here. So we shall play a game of Risk. We'll see who's around, who wants to play. Is there any good emojis to purchase today? We don't see any. All right. We will let's see what games are available. We might play a weird game today. All right, let's switch our screen here. There we go. All right, we are playing another game of progressive European capitals. Risk Online. I love playing this game. This is fun game. This is fun game for me. Is this fun game for you? Yes. Yes, this is fun game for you. You love it. You love video games. You love video games. Of course you do. Okay, we're in the third position. We're going third. We got to look at where are the blizzards. Blizzard here blocking this. That's terrible. That's terrible. Ugh, 4 back there. Okay, that's terrible. Red goes after me, though, so that's not bad. We don't have any good cap spots here. This is not great. This is the opposite of good. OMG. Oh, who goes before me? Blue and green. Well, it would make a 1-point hold over this direction if I went here. It's not good. I don't know. I don't like how this is looking. All right, we're gonna go here. We're going rookie. We're going rookie capital spot. We're going full on bad capital spot. We might lose this. We might lose this round, guys. This is the worst capital spot. Blue might even roll this. We'll see. Okay, red's down there. Damn it. For some reason, red went down here. I should have gone up here. I wanted to go here at the top of Italy. But I had a vibe that blue was going to go, or black was going to go here. All right, let's see what happens. We'll see what shakes out. Yeah, we don't even know what's down here in this bonus. Green's attacking over here. and lost. They attacked a 3 and lost. So green is in Spain somewhere? Okay. Ba 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 ba. What we're going to do, we're going to put 5 here. We're going to put 3 here. And we're going to go like this. We need to tune this down to 3. All right, we're hoping for some lucky dice here, folks. Oh, we got them. We got them. We got them lucky dice. We got them lucky dice. All right. We're going to pull that back. We're going to sit down here with a 9 capital because no one can hit a 9. No one can hit a 9 this early. My guess is black takes this bonus right here, Vienna, Hungary, and Trieste. I don't know. Hopefully they don't try to take this bonus. Hopefully they don't. We'll see. We'll see what they do. Here we go. Should I be concerned buying snails from a chain store as food from a puffer? I really wouldn't be that concerned. I personally wouldn't be that concerned about buying ram's horn snails from... Okay, black is a jerk. All right, we got a problem here with black. Look at this. No, frowny face. No, frowny face. Why'd you hit my 2? Why'd you hit my 2? Oh, you think you get to keep 2 bonuses? I came in there. I left a 2. I came in there. I left a 2. You knew my capital was down here. Oh, my God. I'm mad. You ever been mad before? Black's pissing me off. Black already pissed me off. The piss army is pissed. The piss army is strong, okay? Back to talking to Mikey. I wouldn't be too concerned about buying ram's horn snails for food for your snail or for your puffer because, and here's the reason. Ram's horn snails are generally going to eat detritus and things like that. That's what they do. You know, they cruise around. They're bottom feeders, and that's what's on their agenda. You know, they're cruising around doing that, and I don't think that there's like a magical food that the place could possibly be feeding to the ram's horns themselves that would be really detrimental to your puffer fish that wouldn't be detrimental to the ram's horns themselves, right? Like the ram's horns would not be cool with like really poisonous toxic stuff, right? Like they would probably just die. Not that they're the pickiest in the world or anything like that, but they need to have healthy food, otherwise they'll get sick and stuff. So, whatever they're breeding their ram's horn snails off of is probably fine as part of the puffer food. You know what I mean? I don't know if I described that very well, but you probably get what I'm saying. I wasn't paying too close attention to what was going on. So we're going to go ahead and do 4 here. And we're going to put it back. We're going to put back what was there. And what else are we going to do? Well, we don't have enough to do that. So we're just going to go like this. And we have nothing to fortify. Yeah, we'll just move this back and fortify back here. Oh my God, the super chats. Okay. No disease transfer from gross chain store tanks. Well, disease is always a concern, right? Like we always have a concern for any kind of disease in any of our fish or anything that we're going to add to our aquariums. I wouldn't be like out of this world concerned about diseases to the fish or anything like that being added to the tank from buying some ram's horn snails. There's not an overwhelming bit of evidence in my mind that is like, hey, you really got to worry about what could be added to the tank from those snails, right? And generally speaking, snails are a fairly sensitive creature in the fact that like they don't they won't tolerate like crazy stuff in the water very often. And that's just a reality, right? Snails just are that way. So if there was really like a lot of toxic stuff happening to your to those snails, they wouldn't be breeding and they wouldn't be able to be selling them, right? So all right, I'm going to get 5 on this next turn, and I got to decide whether or not I want to take the Dinaric area right here. Or is that Dinaric, or isn't that, what's that bonus called? Southeastern Europe, not Dinaric. My bad. Southeastern Europe. If I want to take this area, or if I want to take North Africa right here. Because I don't think I really have enough troops to take North Africa. But I will have enough to take this. I don't know if black's going to be cool with me, though. Okay, green just took that. So black should generally be worried about that. All right, so hopefully black is cool with that. I think black knows that I've got this red 3, this green 2, a blue 1. I've got too much stuff on my capital right now to worry about trying to take this area down here, because the Orient is full of crap over here. North Africa is a problem because if I attack left, I have to like take 4 troops over this way and take troops over this way, and then I won't have anything to come back to my capital. So I realistically need a bonus, and then I need to hit through this and then potentially hit over that way. But North Africa is only a 3 troop bonus, so it is kind of a waste to spend all these troops in North Africa when, I don't really need to. Let's see if white's a homie. We'll see if we'll see what's going on. I haven't really been paying attention to this game too much, but green is over here, red's down here, black is right here, blue is up here, and they're coming around. I don't know where white. Where was white? We don't know where white is yet. What was white getting? Let's go down here. Let's go down. Take a look. Blue's getting 8. Green's getting 9. Red's getting 5. Black's getting 10. White's getting 6. Okay. So people are taking bonuses pretty slowly in here. I normally make my own, but I am behind. Yeah, that's the thing. Nabokov fan says, wait, if you're talking cups per day, most times coffee is weird about cups. 6 ounces as opposed to other sizes. Even normal U.S. medium is 2 to 2.5 cups. Yeah, we talked about that earlier. We were trying to figure out if 6 ounces was the right amount, and it seems to be the case that the U.S. medical whatever, the U.S. Doctors Association say that that's the amount is 6 ounces. So we were kind of going off of that, and then also trying to figure out if it's if that number is realistic, then where you at? We'll put 15 down here. See how we do. Let's see how we do. We're at least... How many troops did we lose? 0, 1. We lost 1. We lost 1 on that turn. Not too bad, but we're starting to lose our outside positions. Green is getting strong over here, so we needed to get green out of this corner before they suddenly get some giant bonus and come slam into my cap. Green won't be able to come down because red is building over here. Red is over here, and they still haven't gotten this bonus yet, but green is somewhere in Spain. And they're building out, and they're getting a lot per turn. What are they getting now? 14. Yeah, they've already got multiple bonuses. They just hit our outside London spot. So they're trying to build a 2-point hold on Spain and France, basically, is what they're doing. Black's not overextending. So if red doesn't come over this way, off of this 3, that'll be our next move, is to hit this and come up and try to take the Orient. Yeah, the way your game is going a bit like how all of mine tend to go, one dude just goes a bit nuts. Yeah, commonly referred to as snowballing. Basically, once you get going, the snowball effect starts to take place. It looks like red is quitting. Looks like red is botting out. Looks like red's going to quit. Yep, red quit. Took their trade and put it up there. Okie dokie. Well, that just puts us one up in the trade order, so we'll just leave it at that. Red's capital down here is useless, and we don't want it. There's like no use for this capital down here where red put their capital. They were like my capital's in a terrible spot, but red's is just god awful. That's just horrific spot to put your capital. Mine's bad enough. It's going to be pretty easy to card block me later on in the game. I'm counting on some people doing some dumb stuff, and I'll be able to take their cap. Black has probably the best capital spot, and they also seem to be the best player on the board. So that's not great when the best player has a good capital spot, right? Green is getting 14 still. They're probably going down here. They just took red's capital, I think. Yep. They did. Looks like they took red's capital. I don't know why I put this on the 1 and not on the 3. That was pretty silly. We go nice and slow. Don't scare it. We don't need to scare anybody. And we'll bring our 3 back. Oh my god, white's almost dead. White lost their capital. We don't know what turn they lost their capital. Are they still here? General Guillotine. General Guillotine has lost their capital. They're attacking. They have like fancy avatar and fancy dice and stuff, but my guess is they probably just spent money on all that. Would be my guess. My apologies on late arrival. I was staring at shrimp, and I got sucked into a time warp. Believe you me, if anyone understands that, I do. I have indeed been there before. We're hoping that red doesn't kill this one, so we can maintain vision up here on what red is doing. Because at some point we're going to be able to get a kill on red. White was over here, but I think they're gone now. This might be all of white. So I think this turn, I'm going to go up here and see if I can kill white. If I can kill white, it's pretty useless because the trades are so small right now. But still, it'd be an extra 10 troops. It would keep those cards away from my opponents. And, would be worthwhile. Because white didn't even break me last time, so... I think white must be up here in Russia somewhere. Because I think blue ran into him. Yeah, blue's getting 13. Blue just came down. And killed white. There we go. Yeah, white's dead. If you didn't leave anything behind... Oh, blue's going to come crashing into my bonus. My bonus! Well, we'll throw 4 there. Actually, we'll throw 5 right here and then see if they didn't protect that border. We shall see. I'll have to re-listen. I'm definitely at 3 to 6 depending on the day. If I make it once. 3 if I have some for dessert. Eventing, then it's 4 to 6. Oh, okay. At an event? Or evening? I don't know. Usually really watered down, but it lasts just as long. All right, so I'm getting 12. I got my forced trade because I have 5 cards. Like I said, we'll put a 6. We'll put 5 there. We'll put the rest here, and we'll see what happens when we go up this way. Yeah, and they didn't guard it. So we'll break it just because they were being rude. I think red is only in this position now. Red is right here. So someone could decide to kill red, but they only have 1 card, so it's just kind of... Okay, well, he took me out of there, so I can't get red now. I can't get him! Unless we see red attack down here somewhere. We'll see. Chances are in the next turn, somebody kills red. Blue's going to trade and slam into me. I almost guarantee it. I either guarantee blue's going to slam into me or they're going to go in here through black. Because blue is only up here, up at the top. So we'll give him a pirate bump again. No, we'll give him the mad face. We'll give him a mad face again. Is green being a bro or not? I don't know. Green's been taking over this side of the map. They ran red out, but they didn't kill red. And I think this last turn they just took all down here. And now I can't tell if they're taking up here. We'll find out if they kill red. All right. So we have to make a decision here. Do we want to break green? We'll probably end up breaking green because we don't really have anywhere else to go. Although we do have a trade next turn. But blue's being a rude donkey, so we'll go over here. We'll open up his capital. There we go. Now we know what we're looking at here. So white was up here. White picked a horrible cap. Everybody in this game has picked a terrible cap. There's nothing but terrible caps on this map. One down here, one in the middle of Spain, one up here, stuck in the corner of Russia. I picked down here. I picked a terrible cap. So we'll see how it goes. Well, I mean, everybody except for black has a terrible capital. And black just went ahead and killed red, took their cards, extra trade. But we have a trade on the next turn, so we won't be stuck. We'll see what blue does. How does blue react? We shall see. Blue puts 45 there. They go up. They go over. They go back down. They come down again. They come down one more. Oh. Oh, now they're going into black. And they're like all up in here in Germany. And then they just... Did they even fortify? I don't even think they fortified. Then I go, then black goes. So I can just come up, break blue again, which I probably will. Nope. Oh, man, there's some exceptionally bad players in here. Oh, well. Me included. Doing 3-on-1s. Doing 3-on-1s over here. Oh, he didn't go all the way up into Russia. Yep, they're getting 24. Okay. Well, either way, yeah, green wasted their trade. Blue is playing this like, oh, they think it's fixed capitals, I think. I don't think they realize that this is progressive card trades. Yeah, I mean, it'll be really easy. It'll be really easy to card block blue because all you have to do is just put right here on Russia. all you have to do is just smash all his outside and then just stack on Russia, and there just really probably isn't anything they could do about it at this point. I don't have enough troops yet because I've been getting broken. And I got broke by green. I'm getting broken by blue. He didn't even fortify. He tried to fortify. Tried to fortify Romania, but did not. Here comes green. Are they going to hit the cap? They did, and they won. Oh, my God. That's friggin' crazy. What? Huh. Well, let's see what we can do here. Let's go right here. Yeah, that was a crazy roll. I can't believe they won that. Felt like there was enough on my capital. They hit it with 67. They lost 54. I lost 45. Oh, you gave him the well played. Oh. I don't have a trade next. Let's see what blue does here. Blue might hit it. Blue seems pretty dumb. Yeah, blue is pretty dumb. Well, let's see what the infinite wisdom of green does here. Does he keep going? Nope, he stopped. We'll see if we can survive just by being spread out, but I really doubt it. It looks like we're going to end up getting fourth, which is horrific. Yeah, I don't even have a trade. Five, 6, 7. Yeah, at least black got me. Yeah, that was yeah, that's not good. We lost to an expert, an intermediate, and a beginner. Oh well. And a novice. Well, we're gonna lose rank from that. What was our current rank today? 255. We're at 255 in the world. 30,000 rank points is where we're at. We're going to lose from that one. So we're going to lose some rank, but that is what it is. We'll go back to our regular screen. We lost it. We got fourth place. Oh, no. But you win some, you lose some. Sometimes there's just nothing you can do. green coming across and hitting our capital like that with a very low percentage hit is not recommended. But they won the roll. They won the dice roll. And then I just had nothing on capital, which means I'm exposed and I'm going to die. So that's what happened in that one. And, yeah. So we've lost in our string of winning games while playing live has ended, which is fine. Let's see. Is there anybody in the green room? No, there's nobody in the green room. Boom. We're going to hang up on that. Oh, GG, cool team. Thank you very much, my friend. Very much appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, you win some, you lose some. Like I said, I had a terrible cap spot and at the start. And it turns out everybody else had a terrible cap spot. That was really the downside there, is that, like, blue was up in the noob corner. They were growing out. White picked a terrible cap spot. I don't know why white picked that spot. It's just awful spot to have chosen up there. So let's end our poll. It looks like 2 cups a day is the winner of our poll this week. For sure. 4+ at a quarter, 1 at 15%, 3 at 15%. Looks like 2 is the winner. Winner, chicken, dinner in our coffee poll. Yeah. Yeah, evening, can't type. Eventing does sound more festive. That's right. Oh, Vitra. Yeah, you know what? I didn't think of 0 as an option. I didn't think that, like, 0 was even possible to be an option for cups of coffee in a day. I know that there are plenty of people out there that exist that way. They have tea, they have juice, they have whatever. Whatever you all do in the morning. I don't know what you guys do, but coffee's definitely a morning routine for me, and then I just keep my cup with me throughout the day. So technically it was 4 because there were 6-ounce cups when we looked it up. So it looks like probably 4 cups a day for me, but whatever U.S. medical group we looked up, they said that 4 was fine. It was not bad. So I think we're well in line for maintaining a regular interaction with coffee, I think. I don't think we're doing anything weird. I'm going to have to bring that evidence to Vicky and see if she agrees or disagrees. She might disagree. She might be like, she still thinks I'm weird. Derek posted some pics of the 1-year-old. Frosting faced little guy. Nice. Must have been a birthday party. Yeah, and what else were we talking about? Yeah, Green was obviously not our bro at all in that game, so Green hit our capital and got a really lucky roll. So, that's how it goes sometimes. At 6-ounce cups, I was a 4-cupper. We quit coffee today. Oh my God, you quit coffee today. You're probably stressed out. Yeah, last time I quit coffee, I was like, I don't see the upside. I don't realistically see the upside to having quit coffee. So I did not see an upside for it. And even my doctor was like, no, you don't. You're fine. When I spoke to them. But obviously if you have like sensitivity to caffeine or something like that, then obviously it probably is a positive. Funny thing about coffee, Justin hates coffee, but will drink it in certain situations. Yeah. Did I read that already? I feel like I read that already. But yeah, I know there's a lot of people that dislike coffee. I don't know. I like it. I like the flavor. But I do like to have some creamer in mine. So, It is no longer affordable, and I want to feel what it is like. Ah, okay. Is it literally not affordable to have a pot and Some coffee at home? That's rough. That sounds like you're having a rough time, and I don't like that. Nobody likes that. So hopefully things turn around if that's the case. Aubrey Clatch is a local roaster. I don't know who that is. Google search didn't work, so we still won't know who that roaster is. Oh, you want to see what it's like? Yeah, the thing is that like I didn't see like a big dramatic difference other than I just wasn't having coffee, Yeah, I didn't see a big upside. Let's see. Oh, big shout out to Derek for becoming a new patron over at Patreon. Have you guys been over to Patreon? Have you been over there? You could be like $1. You could be like $1 a month person. You could be a producer and help produce content on this channel if you want. If you're a baller. But if you can't afford the coffee right now, don't become a patron. Just figure out what's going on. Do what you can. Mow some lawns. I don't know. Whatever you got to do to make ends meet. Make it happen. Oh, people are hitting the hearts. People are hitting the hearts hard. You can still have herbal tea or Ovaltine. Ovaltine, like from the Christmas Story? Wish I could play a clip from Christmas Story, but we'll get copyright infringed. There's that. Turn that off. Okay. All right. I think we've wound down for the day. Have we wound down for the day? We're not getting a lot of comments now. Zip Gun has 0. None. Ever. Blah. Doesn't like it. Zip Gun normally calls in. He didn't call in today. But that's all right. We did get a super chat from Mikey Fishy. Big shout out to your boy over there, Mikey Fishy. What am I looking for here? Oh, analytics. That button. Okay. We will get there. The work is dried up for my wife. Oh, that's a bummer. I've had Ovaltine. It was good. Got home late today. Got home late. Well, that makes sense. The cool team is just chilling. Okay. Alrighty. Well, I'm just chilling too. I'm just chilling. Let's see. News of the day. Let's go find out what's going on today. Let's go find out news today. Let's see what's in the headlines. AP News. Let's go over to AP News and see what's going on. Lawsuits against Donald Trump. Okay, well, I'm not a lawyer, but it does not look good. It does not look good for that guy. Ecuador was calm and peaceful. Now hitmen, kidnappers, and robbers walk the streets. I've never really known Ecuador to be that peaceful, but apparently it was. Now it's not. All right. Oh yeah, the fires in Maui. I don't know if anybody has been following that very much. Like Maui is straight up on fire. Oh, Alyssa said Maui's on fire. Yeah, they it was on fire. I thought that they had contained most of it. Yeah, most everything was from. Um, oh wow! Authorities confirmed that at least 96 people died already. Already the deadliest U.S. wildfire in more than 100 years, and they expect the number to rise. Just 10 minutes. Maui fire officials had issued an ominous warning. The Lahaina brush fire had sparked that morning, but authorities reported it was contained. Now officials said erratic wind. Oh, man. Oh, this is the Lahaina. I don't know if it's still ongoing. Here's the weird thing. I've been to Lahaina, and the tree and everything there, I've been there to that town square. And it's really unfortunate. I didn't realize like 96 people was the death toll already. That's pretty devastating. I mean, the whole town was burned down, and it's definitely devastating. I don't know what the actual. Let's see what the actual update is on the. Oh, okay. Most people are. Let's see here. The death toll reaches 96. Live update on the fires. Yeah, I mean, it says that the wildfires are there, but it doesn't say where they're at right now or if they're contained or not. Which I think is probably a sign of. It's probably a sign of the sort of infrastructure there. Is that when there's a wildfire in Washington, which happens all the time, by the way. There's probably a bunch right now. You can actually click on the website and it'll tell you what's contained, what way it's headed. My guess is they probably don't have like the internet infrastructure for wildfires in Hawaii that they do up here, because obviously, yeah, it's pretty devastating. That's the crazy thing is that they were talking about Lahaina, and it's like I've been there before. In fact, I was at a wedding right near there, family wedding. You see the video of the house explosion from the other day? It like took out house explosion. Video of house explosion. I don't know. Let's see if we can find it. Pennsylvania? Is this a Pennsylvania house explosion? Is it this one? Wow. My God. Okay, that's out of control. That's some wild stuff right there. Yeah. 3 homes destroyed. Wild. How do we go back? Can I go back? Why can't I go back? Do I have to go forward? I can't go back to my search from before? Okay, that's weird. Oh, I've never seen that before. The internet getting wild. Plum pen. What do we know about the Pennsylvania home explosion that killed 5 people? Jeez. Wheeze. Wow, that is awful. Leveled 2 other homes and damaged at least a dozen residences, according to authorities. 2 homes near the home are engulfed in fire. It's just a sad day. Many questions remain about the home explosion, the third in Plum in the past 15 years. Crazy. Huh. Authorities confirmed Sunday that 5 people were killed and 3 people were injured and taken to nearby hospitals. One of the 2 people injured was in critical condition as of Sunday. About 60 firefighters were treated for minor issues at the scene. This investigation may last for months, if not years. So they don't know? Mike Hewer, president of People's Natural Gas, said in a news conference that there were no immediate problems found at the scene of the explosion. Our system operated as designed. People's Natural Gas shut off gas service to about 50 homes Saturday. With an abundance of caution. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. The national... In 2008, a home explosion in the Holiday Park neighborhood killed Richard Leith and injured his 4-year-old granddaughter. The National Transportation Safety Board later determined that corrosion to an underground gas line resulted in a leak that led to the explosion. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. They are saying it may take months to figure out like how that house exploded or why. But yeah, that's wild, man. That house just straight up was just sitting there and exploded. It just straight up exploded. It was just like, hey, I'm a house, and then 1 minute it was an explosion. It's wild, dude. Zipgun says apparently an alarm system for the wildfire did not go off like it was supposed to, and people were not warned. Now, let's see. As reported by someone named Millington, says, there wasn't really an evacuation notice for us. Millington said the real warning, he said, came from the huge plume of black smoke in the sky over Lahaina. Millington and his roommates had seen enough. They fled as wildfires began to scorch large swaths of the Hawaiian island of Maui, killing at least 93 people and destroying Millington's home, among hundreds of other structures. The cell phone alert was useless, said Millington, who owns a hot sauce company in the historic town. We have tsunami warnings that I think should have been utilized, so many of us felt like we had absolutely no warning. In fact, the state's vaunted integrated outdoor siren warning system, the largest in the world with about 400 alarms, was not activated during the fires, according to Hawaiian Emergency Management Agency spokesperson Adam Weintraub. On Maui, the second largest island in the Hawaiian archipelago, there are 80 outdoor sirens to alert residents to tsunamis and other natural disasters. They sat silent as people fled for their lives. Nobody at the state and nobody at the county attempted to activate those sirens based on our records. It was largely a function of how fast the flames were moving, he said, referring to the failure of emergency management officials to trigger the sirens. They were trying to coordinate response on the ground, and they had already issued these other alert systems. The layers of emergency warning system that were activated included mobile phone alerts and messages on televisions, radio stations. On my cell phone, we had warnings of strong winds and possible fires, said Alan Vu, a Lahaina resident whose home was lost in the fire, along with the restaurant where he worked, but no real warning like the Amber Alerts or those storms that we would normally get that would vibrate and make loud noises from our phones. We didn't get any of that. There were no sirens. Yeah, and I think from what I read over the few articles that I read over the last week, it seems like there was a wildfire that kicked off. They thought that it was contained. They had strong winds, and then it got out of hand and kept going. It sounds like they alerted certain alerts, but not other ones. It's really hard to say in the middle of that. In the middle of them, like trying to suss out like what happened. Obviously, if there is anyone to be, I don't know, if somebody's at fault or if there's a change to be made or something like that. Like, obviously, the fire is going to be the biggest problem, and then to putting the fire out is the biggest solution. So, in the neck of the woods where I live, there was a big fire locally. 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. So, August 1st, there was a big fire that closed I-5 and a bunch of other stuff. This isn't an article. This is a video. I'm trying to see how big that fire was. August 2nd. Yep. Let's see. So, over 100 firefighters worked together to put out miles of brush fire along I-5. The fires have since been put out, but northbound I-5 was completely blocked. The flames came dangerously close to several businesses, but many people stepped in to fend off the flames. I'm going to show you see how big this fire is. So it was 3 miles long, is how long the fire was here. So 16 acres. Eventually burned about 16 acres. But obviously that's not like a giant expanse, but it's a big plot of land. Now, I would say that like the bigger issue there is that we have wildfires here all the time. So there literally were choppers flying and getting buckets and dumping them. There were flying air crews fighting the fires and stuff. There were a lot of fire trucks on the ground. 100 firefighters were able to respond and start to put that fire out. And I think that that's the bigger thing is that, like, we're used to fires here in Washington. Fires happen all the time. We have a lot of crews that can jump and show up. I think the isolation factor for Maui, there being a lot less people, a lot less firefighters, obviously. There's just a raw numbers of being able to fight it. So I don't think that they're used to fighting fires like that. So yeah, and so like I think it's I think that's probably going to be realistically the biggest takeaway is that the infrastructure there for those fires is just not. It's just not in place. Like I just don't think it's in place there as robustly as it is here. I mean, there was a fire here and they had choppers flying around. You know what I mean? Like I don't know if they have those bucket choppers in Hawaii. They might. Maybe Maui has one. Maybe there's a couple. I'm not 100%. I don't know. But my guess would be that there's a lot more around here. That are already like ready to go. It's August right now. Right now is fire season, so those crews are on standby. Getting ready to go. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe they need water towers or something. They probably need something. Obviously, they need to mitigate and protect for fire, and I'm sure we will see that in the future in Hawaii. I'm sure you'll see a ton of new building codes, a ton of new stuff go in. Infrastructure that will probably get poured in by FEMA and whatnot to come in there and correct probably a lot of I guess you maybe call them soft spots or areas that could be burned down, right? And I don't know anybody in their mind would have thought Lahaina would ever burn down, but it did. So probably time to make some changes. But, hey, we're 2 hours into our Monday live stream. Hit the like button. Become a member if you want more live streams or if you want more videos from this channel. I appreciate it, and now is a very important time for people to contribute because, we'll talk about that later as to why. But now is a very important time, okay? All right. Love you guys. Bye-bye.